Hello, baseball fans. This is Anthony with BBSN, and we are back to our payoff pitch 1969 Cubs / Fergie Jenkins replay. And we've got a treat for you today as the Cubbies travel to Shea Stadium to take on the Mets. And dueling it out on the mound will be Seaver against Fergie. And this is Fergie's 5th start of the season. In real life, at this point in time, he was 2-1 with a 4.18 ERA. Had given up 26 hits in 28 innings pitched, 5 walks, 26 strikeouts. In the replay thus far, he is 3-1, has a 2.53 ERA, 32 innings pitched, 25 hits, 6 walks, and 36 strikeouts. And those numbers buoyed considerably by his first 2 starts. And in overall games that Jenkins appeared or has pitched in to date, in real life, the Cubs had a 3-1 record. As in the replay, they are also 3-1 as he's gotten a decision in each of his 4 starts today. So this should be a great matchup. Let's get to the lineups and then we'll get the first pitch underway for the Cubbies. Leading off at short, Don Kessinger. Second baseman Glenn Beckert bats second. Sweet swinging Billy Williams in left field hits third. And returning from the DL will be third baseman Ron Santo, and he'll be in the cleanup spot. And made possible by the fact that this is now morphed into a Fergie Jenkins specific replay. So putting Ron back in the lineup. Ernie Banks will be at first base and hit 5th. Randy Hundley bats 6th. He'll be behind the plate. Al Spanky Spangler bats 7th. He'll be in right field. Center fielder Don Young hits 8th. And Jenkins in the 9 spot. For the hometown Mets, shortstop Bud Harrelson leads off. Ken Boswell will be at second base. He hits 2nd. Tommy A.G. bats 3rd. He'll be in center field. Left fielder Cleon Jones is the cleanup hitter today. Ed Kranepool bats 5th. He'll be the first sacker. Right fielder Ron Swoboda bats 6th. Jerry Grody behind the plate hits 7th. And Wayne Garrett will be at the hot corner. He'll be in the 8th hole. And Tom Seaver hits 9th. So this promises to be a good matchup here, at least pitching-wise. We'll get going, and Kessinger's ready to go. Seaver kicks and deals. And Seaver, tough outs on 5 and 6, so that's going to be money for him. And 17 on the roll. And that's going to be a strikeout. So Seaver starts the game off with a special K for Kessinger. And next up, second baseman Glenn Beckert. And 7's going to be in play, and that's going to be a fly out to center field, 2 down. Sweet swinging Billy Williams looking to give the Cubs a jolt here. And a pitch from Seaver, that's tough, and that's going to be a fly out to right field. So 3 up, 3 down go the Cubbies. And we head to the bottom of the first inning as Fergie takes him out. No hits, no runs, no errors. And Bud Harrelson's set to go for the hometown Mets. And that's going to be in play, and it'll be a pop out to shortstop. So circling underneath that is Kessinger. Puts his counterpart away, 1 down, Ken Boswell the batter. The Boz waits for the pitch, and tough, 51. And just out of range there, it'll be a ground ball down to third base, and Santo returning to the lineup, gets into the action right away with the put out there, tosses it over to Banks, 2 down, Tommy A.G. And that'll be an in play. And 45 will be a ground ball down to Banks. He'll take that to first base himself. So both aces start out 3 up, 3 down. And after 1 inning, we have no score. Ron Santo, his first plate appearance in many, many games. And tough, 25, and Santo is going to go down swinging. So an auspicious return to the lineup. Seaver has his 2nd strikeout. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cubby up. Here comes a pitch. 9 is patient, and Banks is going to draw the base on balls. So he trots down to first, and Ernie, at this point in his career, has basically going to have his feet stapled to the bag. He can't even try and steal. And 10 is a ballpark, so 28. And for a versus right-handed pitcher, that's going to be wheelhouse here at Shea. So Randy Hundley, he's got a chance. He's got 4 bombs already this year, and it is far and gone. Randy Hundley putting that on the stairway to heaven. 2-run shot. Coming in to score ahead of him is Ernie Banks. And the Cubbies give Fergie a little early breathing room there. 2-0, 1 down. Spanky Spangler up. Seaver trying to shake that off, and that will be a tough out. And 45 will be a ground ball down to third base. And again, for those of you not completely familiar with payoff pitch on a tough out, if it goes out of the batter's range or even out of the strikeout range and is still, say, in the range for a hit, you will ignore that and go to the out column. So impossible to get a hit in that column. Don Young up now. And that's going to be an in-play result. And Young, he's going to fly out to right field. So the top of the second is over, but bottom for the Cubbies break out on top thanks to a monster shot by Randy Hundley, driving in Ernie Banks. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Our score 2-0. And in real life, Ernie Banks, Fergie Jenkins, sorry, and the Cubbies won this one 3-1, so he's off to a good start. And that's going to be tough, and Cleon swing and a miss, ring him up. 1 down on the strikeout. Big Ed Cranepool stands in. Here comes the pitch to Lurch, and that's going to be tough. And 59 will be a ground ball down to shortstop. Kessinger whips that over to Banks, 2 away. On Swoboda, the batter. And again, tough. And Swoboda, swing and a miss. So he goes down swinging. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And Fergie is perfect through 2. We head to the top of the third, 2-0 Cubbies. Fergie Jenkins now steps in to face off against his counterpart and fellow ace. And that's going to be in play. Unfortunately for Fergie, he is not that good of a hitter. He gets a hold of it. That's a line shot to second baseman Boswell, 1 down. Back to the top of the order, Don Kessinger. Kessinger, who often smoked cigarettes during games back in the tunnel, believe it or not. It was a different time. And that's ballpark, and 37 against the righty. That'll be in play, however. Not that Kessinger is a threat to go deep. He would have actually if that had been ballpark. Instead, it's going to be a double for Kessinger. So Seaver, a little bit of early struggle here in this one. 1 down, runner in scoring position for Glenn Beckert. Here comes a pitch from Seaver, and that's tough. And 21, and Beckert's going to fight that one off, poke it the opposite way. And again, we'll go to the fast action cards for runner advancement. So single, that is a grounder up the middle to center field. Runner on second advances 1 base. So Kessinger forced to pull up at third. And we have runners at the corner for sweet swinging Billy Williams. And he's looking to give the Cubs a big cushion early in this one. And that's Wheelhouse, 73, and no, he misses his pitch, and that's a harmless fly out to center field. Wheelhouse, though, that will get the runner from third base home, so that's a sacrifice fly. And that makes it 3-0. As Kessinger comes in to score, 2 down now for Ron Santo, and we still have a runner at first base. Santo struck out his first time. And 5, tough out. He's going to replicate that feat, swing and a miss, and that rust where he was out injured is showing up. Second time he's gone down on strikes, but the Cubbies scratch out another run on a couple of hits and a sacrifice fly. We head to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Cubs. Jerry Grody set to lead it off for the Mets. And that's going to be tough from Fergie. And a 69, and that's going to be a ground ball down to second base. Beckert takes care of that. So Fergie has set down the first 7 he's faced to start the game. And 7 will be an in play, a fly out to right field. Make that 8, 2 down, and Tom Seaver comes up for his first crack at his nemesis. And 6 will be tough. We know what that means. Swing and a miss. Ring him up, and 3 up, 3 down again. Fergie is flawless through 3, and we head to the top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Cubbies. Ernie Banks set to lead it off, and Ernie walked and scored in his first plate appearance. And 7's going to be in play, and Ernie gets a hold of that one, and that's going to be a hard single. So Tom Terrific not living up to the second half of that nickname as Randy Hundley steps in. Hundley went deep his first time. 7's going to be in play, not this time however. Pops him up to shortstop. Harrelson puts that away. 1 down. Al Spanky Spangler steps into the box. And here comes a pitch, and from Seaver that's tough, and that'll be a fly out to center field, 2 away. Runner at first holds. Center fielder Don Young, the 8th spot in the Cubs lineup. He's ready to go against Seaver, and 7 will be in play. Ground ball down to, actually fly out to center field. All apologies there. The Cubbies get a hit, but can't put anyone across. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, still 3-0. And leading it off for the Mets, top of the order, Bud Harrelson. And the pitch from Fergie is tough and struck him out. So Fergie is dealing aces and 8s here through the first 3+ innings as Ken Boswell steps into the box. And we're going to have a defensive check there. So we go to the fast action card there. The roll is 56. So defense check will be an error check on shortstop, and Kessinger is an error 5, which is as good as it gets. And Kessinger, 26/99, he makes a play. Roll of 56 is comfortably within that range. So 2 down now as Tommy Agee steps in, and the Mets still looking to scratch out anything so far against Fergie. He's perfect through 11 batters. And 11, that's going to be another defensive check. And this will be again an error check on shortstop. And Kessinger, we know, 1/25 is the only way he gets an error. 28 makes a play again. So 2 fine defensive gems. And the way this game is shaping up, they could possibly mean something. Not to jinx anything here. So perfect through 4. We head to the top of the 5th now, and Seaver to face Fergie. And that's going to be tough. Struck him out. So turnabout is fair play as Fergie struck out Seaver his first at bat. Seaver comes out back and gets him. Top of the order for the Cubbies, Kessinger. That's going to be patient. And that will be a ground ball down to second base. So 2 away is Seaver trying to get back on the rails here. Glenn Beckert up. 6, that'll be a tough out and a ground ball to second again. So 3 up, 3 down as Tom Seaver rights the ship momentarily. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning in a fast-moving game. 3-0 Cubbies. Cleon Jones set to lead it off for the Mets here. And 5, that's going to be patient and will be a ground ball down to shortstop. Kessinger's a busy man. That's 3 straight putouts for him. 1 down. Ed Kranepool up. Patient. And ground ball to second base this time. Beckert takes care of that. And Ron Swoboda steps in now. 2 outs here in the 5th, and Fergie. 7, that's going to be an in-play result and will be a fly out to right field. So 3 up, 3 down again go the Mets. And guys, through 5 innings, we have some whispering in the stands here. Nobody's saying anything to Fergie, but he is perfect through 5. We head to the top of the 6th. 3-0 Cubbies. Tom Seaver, that's going to be a defensive check as Billy Williams steps in. And go to the fast action cards. That will be an error check on the second baseman, Boswell, who is not as slick as Kessinger. He is a 1. So 1 to 68 is an error, roll of 21, and that's going to be an E6. Actually, my bad, I have to do the error check. So infield will be a 1 base error, making sure he did not throw that away. So ensconced at first is Billy Williams, and he is going to see if he can get a lead. He cannot. And again, with payoff pitch, you roll the 2-die 12, and that is an auto steal system I'm using. Ron Santo up now, and Santo, he's been humbled by Seaver in his first 2 plate appearances. Wheelhouse, he has his pitch, but again, that rust. Cannot get a hold of that, grounds it down to shortstop. And double play rating is above both pitcher and batter. So that will be a fielder's choice, 6-4. And Williams is retired, and Santo is on at first base, 1 down. Ernie Banks up. Mr. Cubby, he's walked and singled, scored a run. And Dice is stuck there. And 5 will be a tough out, and that's going to be a rare play. So again, we go to my rare play chart. And there is 1 runner on base, so we'll be in the middle column here. And a 75. Here we go. You see that? Yeah. So catcher fields chopper, tags batter, and catches runner off base. Double play. So that will be the rare. Guess that would be a 2-6 double play. Tags a batter and throws down to second base. So we'll go 2-6 DP. And that ends the inning. And we're getting ready to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Our score, Cubbies 3, Mets 0. And Jerry Grody, as the Mets are still looking for their first base runner. We're getting into that point in the game where it starts to mean something here. That's an in-play result, and ground ball down to third base. Santo takes care of Grody, 1 down. 16 in a row now retired by Fergie as Wayne Garrett steps in. Was it 4? So 9 will be tough, 42, and struck him out. Fergie, a big pitch there. The slider takes care of Garrett, ring him up. And that brings up Tom Terrific here. It wouldn't be irony if Seaver broke this up. Not going to happen though, tough, and he just dominates him. A 3-pitch at bat, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down again. We are through 6 innings, and Fergie, 18 faced, 18 set down. We have El Perfecto going. And top of the 7th, Randy Hundley steps in. 7's going to be an in play, and that'll be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Seaver over to first base, 1 down. Al Spanky Spangler up now. Seaver kicks, delivers, ballpark, and 46 against the right-handed pitcher. That'll be an in-play result. So Spangler needs 21 or better. Not going to happen. Ground ball down to shortstop. Harrelson takes care of that. 6-3 on the putout, 2 away. So Seaver seems to be back in his groove here, and 7's going to be in play. 28 to Don Young, and just cues that off the end of the bat. 2-out single for Young. And Young needs a 3 to try and steal. Not going to happen. Fergie up. Fergie's going to swing away with 2 outs. And 8, it's going to be tough. And Fergie, a little bit of payback for Seaver there as he goes down on 4 pitches for the strikeout. So Cubbies get a hit, but no runs, 1 batter left, and we're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time. And this is more than just the old ball game. This is the old perfect ball game, as Fergie Jenkins through 6 innings is unblemished. So Bud Harrelson looking to break this up. Here comes a pitch, and 4 is ballpark. 7 is going to be wheelhouse. So he could break this up in a big way, and he does. Sorry, it's not gone, but a double. So the perfect game goes by the wayside as Bud Harrelson leads off the 7th inning with a double. And so ends, I think, the furthest I've ever gone. God, I think the last time I threw a no-hitter in a tabletop was probably 25 years ago. And I think it's furthest I've gone perfect. So for 6 innings, Fergie could not be touched. And that is over now. Boswell up. And 10's going to be in play, 73. It's going to be a fly out to center field, 1 down. And the Mets fans give Fergie a nice round of applause after Harrelson broke up the perfect game. And 7, that's going to be in play, and 2. And now the shutout is gone as AG doubles, and Harrelson comes in to score. So the Mets showing a little life here late, and it is now 3-1, which is ironically what this game ended as in real life. 8's going to be tough, and 77, it's going to be a fly out to center field again. So Mr. Young has both putouts for the Cubbies. 2 down, runner on second. Ed Kranepool up. Fergie kicks, delivers. 12 is wheelhouse, and Kranepool is gone. Wow. A game-tying 2-run shot deep into the night, and Fergie, perfect through 6, now loses his shutout and now sees the ball game tied. It is 3-3. And that, folks, is how the dice tumble. Heartbreak for Fergie Jenkins after just being so masterful through 6 innings. 10 will be in play, and Swoboda will be a pop out to shortstop. So the Mets break it up in style. 3 runs on 3 hits. We're through 7 complete innings, and it's all knotted at 3 as we head to the 8th. And this is kind of what you would expect between these two. Back and forth, nip and tuck, lots of drama. And Seaver, wheelhouse, 97 to Kessinger, and that's going to be a fly out to left field, 1 down. Glenn Beckert up. Beckert, he's 1 for 3 today. And 8 will be tough, 74. It's going to be a fly out to center field. So 2 away, and Seaver, he's only given up 1 hit over the last 3+ innings, 3 2/3. And that'll be patient, and 50 to sweet swinging Billy Williams, and going to be out of range there, a ground ball down to third base. So another 3 up, 3 down inning for Tom Terrific, and he, after a little bit of a rough start in the 2nd and 3rd innings, has actually only given up 5 hits and 3 runs. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. We'll see how Fergie is affected by losing both his perfect game and the lead in the last inning. Jerry Grody to lead it off. 8's going to be tough, and no effect there as swing and a miss. Grody goes down, 1 away. Wayne Garrett steps in, the left-handed hitting 3rd baseman, and 8's going to be tough, 65. And ground ball down to Kessinger. Kessinger's had a fine game in the field. He made a couple of nice plays to save the perfect game back in the 4th inning. Unfortunately, all for naught now. And Seaver, he's pitched well the last 5 innings. He's only given up 2 hits since the 3rd. So they're going to leave him in and try and stretch this a little bit. 8's going to be tough, and Seaver, same old story there, his 3rd strikeout of the game. So Fergie back to perfection, 3 up, 3 down. We're through 8, it's 3-3, and this is a gem, folks, as Ron Santo. Santo's been shackled. He's 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. He'd love to do something a little more dramatic in his return, and he's not going to do it there, as 64 will be a tough out. Ground ball down to second base, 1 away. Ernie Banks steps in. And Ernie walked and singled and hit into a very strange 2-6 double play, which he hit a chopper. Catcher tagged him, threw down to second base to retire Santo. And 10 is going to be ballpark. 08, that's going to be wheelhouse. And Ernie Banks, he's got his pitch right down the middle. A big swing. That ball is deep and going to drop in front of the fielder for a single. How about hard off the wall, bounced so, in fact, hit it so hard he could not get to second base on that. So a little bit of drama there, but Ernie Banks stands at first base. Randy Hundley up, and Hundley, he's got a 2-run blast in this one. And 10, it's going to be ballpark, and that's again going to be wheelhouse. Can Hundley go deep twice? Seaver's grooving him now. Hundley swings 37, and that ball is deep, 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 and just over the wall. Another 2-run shot. So Randy Hundley is the hero of the moment, his second home run of the day, and that is his second multi-home run of the season, and it is now 5-3. And the Mets immediately get busy in the bullpen. Ron Taylor is loosening up with a quickness down there. One down as Al Spanky Spangler steps in. And Seaver's point of weakness is the 9th inning. And he's now given up, he's given up over 2 runs, so he has reached that fatigue point. And in going with our house rules, he has to face at least 2 batters fatigued. So Seaver, we know he'll be coming out. And a bad decision to let him stay in the game. He was going so well since about the 3rd inning, but he lost it quickly. So a fatigued Seaver's on the mound now to Spanky Spangler. And 3 will be in play. It's going to be a ground ball down to second base, 2 away. Don Young up, and this will be the last batter that Seaver faces either way. And 7's going to be wheelhouse, but that's a rare play again. So for the second time we go to the rare play chart. Nobody is on base. So 17, and that will be in this first column here. 17, fan touches a long fly ball to the right field wall in play. Umpire awards a home run. So there you go. Got it anyway. Fan interference, and they give Young the homer. Second time Seaver has been touched in this inning, and he has faced his mandatory 2 batters, and he is done for the day. So Tom Terrific, he goes 8 2/3 innings, and I should have pinch hit for him. Did not. 3... Only gives up 8 hits, but 6 big runs. All of them earned thanks to the fact that he allowed 3 home runs. Seaver gave up just a single base on balls to Ernie Banks back in the 2nd. And came through with 5 strikeouts. So minus the long ball, really not a terrible day. I mean, well, 3 home runs is pretty much a terrible day. So I take that back. Terrible day for Seaver. If he could have kept the ball in the yard, it would have been a different story. So Taylor, he will be charged with getting the final out here, and it will be the pitcher, and Jenkins is not going anywhere. So 3, and tough swing and a miss, struck him out. So that ends it. But the Cubbies, some fireworks in the top of the 9th, 3 runs on 3 hits. And we head to the bottom of the inning. Last chance for the Mets. Your score is 6-3. And Fergie, his point of weakness is the 9th also, or fatigue inning, I should say. And he's given up 3 runs, so he will be fatigued. We're going to get Phil Regan up. Jenkins will have to face 2 batters, but will do so fatigued. And just making sure I get the right card for him. It'll be the same one Seaver had. So, heck of an effort regardless for Fergie. In fact, he, outside of the 7th inning, he has been perfect in that one inning. Destroyed what could have been an absolute masterpiece game for the ages. But top of the order, Bud Harrelson. Can't cry over that now. That's going to be in-play result. And Harrelson grounds it down to third base. And Santo over to first, one down. If Boswell gets on, it will be Fergie's last batter. And 6 will be tough. 17 struck him out. So Fergie fighting through the fatigue, and we're going to give him a shot to finish this one. Tommy Agee standing on his head to get a hit there. He steps in. Last chance for the Mets down to their final out. Fergie winds up, delivers, and 5 will be in play, 42. And that's going to do it. A ground ball back to Fergie himself. Very appropriate. Flips it over to Banks. 3 up, 3 down. And this one is over. So the Cubbies, in an epic pitching matchup, they come in and take this game from the Mets by a final of 6-3. And let's get our numbers together here real quick. Wow, what could have been, seriously, 8 perfect innings and only 1 inning where he gave up all 3 hits, and a 2-run home run was the big blow there. But the most important thing for the Cubbies, and Fergie would probably say this is the win, and they did get that. So final line score, the Cubs, 6 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Mets, 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. And Fergie will go to, went to 3-1 in real life with this win, and he'll go to 4-1 in the replay. And as in real life, the replay Cubs are 4-1 in all of Fergie's starts. So that is matching up. And Fergie's final numbers, I'll tell you, he pitched a gem outside of that 1 inning. Wow. So Fergie, 9 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 home run. He did not walk anybody, and he struck out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. So that, my friends, is a heck of a line score. And player of the game, normally you'd think Jenkins would be a no-brainer, but Randy Hundley was the big stick for the Cubs. He hit 2 home runs, was responsible for 4 of the Cubs' 6 runs. But we can also ignore the fact that Fergie was perfect through 6 and actually perfect in 8 of 9 innings. So I think if anything ever screamed co-players of the game, this is it. So Randy Hundley and Fergie Jenkins, this Bud is for the both of you, and what a game. Wish we could have had a little bit different outcome in the 7th, but still an exciting affair between 2 pitching stalwarts of the era. So that'll be it from Shea Stadium, and again, this is Anthony, and just a reminder, if you do want to get in on the baseball card giveaway, that's the Mark McGuire, Mike Piazza, and David Need rookie cards. There's a video announcing the giveaway that also celebrates our 100 subscribers, so go ahead and add your name to that. And I will be on tomorrow to give a schedule for the giveaway, which will take place Saturday during a ball game. It'll either be a Browns ball game or the Satchel Paige Ebony Elites barnstorming tour, which are getting ready to kick off. So once again, thanks to everyone for watching. Please subscribe if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and comments, feedback, always welcome. Until next time, keep rolling for the fences. We'll see ya.